Back with another one. Bad News Brown breaking it down. Today I'll be breaking down a rather sensitive topic, as I put it. And this is surrounding the whole Doug Christie and his wife situation. Now, if you don't know, Doug Christie was a former NBA player, and his wife was on the show The NBA Housewives. She was on there for a few seasons, and she built a little rapport for herself throughout that show, Basketball Wives or whatever. But come to find out, now they had a 20-year-old daughter. And as it turned out, the daughter is not his. And not only that, the daughter belongs to his teammate, former NBA All-Star Chris Webber. So it's a whole bunch of madness on this. Now, I'm going to break something down because this happens more often than we would like to admit. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. Mama's baby, Papa's maybe. Yeah, man, it's fucked up shit. But really what comes to mind, and if you're a woman and you're watching this video, let me know in the comments. But it's kind of like, you wonder why we call you bitch. And actions like this, because don't get me wrong, I ain't no woman hater, or, because you got some brothers that think woman is evil and they like to reference the Bible and all that type of stuff. But when I see moves like this, that give validity to that type of talk. Because that is treacherous. That ain't even bad. That's evil. That's like witchcraft, if you ask me. It made me think of the Salem witch trials for some reason. Like, like for real. And this was back in the 1600s when they was just accusing females from being witches and running them through a kangaroo trial and burning them at the stake. This was a real thing. Research it. Salem witch trials. Now, I just think of that when I see moves like that. Now, of course, this is why it should be a law after every childbirth. It should be a paternity test. Not for the interest of the mother or the father, but the interest of the child. Every child needs to know who brought them into this world, for better or for worse. We can at least get them that. And not saying whether they raised by their biological parents or not, they need to know who they are. Period. So, and come to find out, she knew the whole time and was just running the place. So she just pretty much thought Doug Christie was just a sucker, a beta male or something, and was just, you gonna carry. Again, this happens all the time, as we know. But it's fucked up. I mean, I will say that because you got people now, of course, the child is grown, but still, though, you got people, man, you wonder why, you know what I'm saying, you don't know what nobody going through. This is why when I see certain people going at their parents, I don't intervene. Like, man, you shouldn't be disrespecting your mom and pop. Hey, man, you don't know their story. You understand? So, yeah, that's crazy, though, man, but yeah, it definitely should be a law at Mando paternity test. And I can even go deeper, man, because me being whether your daughter or not, I am black. We are matriarchal, as far as culturally, this was back in Africa. However, the child, the family, it's the father. This is why you get the father's name. But that's only legal, physical custody, and this is where it get twisted. Out here, it goes to the mother. But that was a ploy. You understand? The father, this is his family. He bears total responsibility. Therefore, he needs to have absolute. You understand? Not just when the bills need to be paid or when the baby needs shoes or diapers. Then, now he supposed to be a father. But any other time, when it comes to any other thing, to say so, no, he don't got no say so. See what I'm saying? But that was the wool over your eyes that happened back during slavery. You understand? But this is kind of like the reasons. Now, don't get me wrong. The family, you need man, woman, and child. But again, the man is the sole bearer. It is his family. And he needs to know if those are his kids. You understand? And this is, again, if you're a female, because I know women like to, they gotta tend to have a hive collective mind, so they tend to want to side with the female, even though they know she wrong, but oh, because it's a woman, I need to side. Nah, don't do that. And could that possibly be, again, y'all giving validity to that Bible Eve talk, to that Jezebel talk. Y'all giving total validity to that with moves like that. For real, it's a difference between being bad and being evil. There is a difference. And y'all motherfuckers need to know the difference. You understand? It's a lot of beautiful people in hell. But I'm going way off. But yeah, this is shit crazy. Another thing comes to mind. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. You understand? Although in this case she wasn't scorned. She was actually running a play. And Chris Webber knew the whole time. So Chris, it's certain stuff y'all you should do. Again, as I mentioned, it's a difference between being bad and being evil. See, stuff like that makes me think of that ether. You understand? That shit gonna burn your soul. Chris, she was tripping. And then, according to the daughter, she was saying that when Chris popped up, he had like a sad look on his face because he knowing the whole time. And he fronting Doug Christie like he his partner. And don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna say don't get me wrong. I know in not even just Hollywood, but just circles, you got people that swing or whatever they do. Diddy like parties, whatever. But I don't think this was that. This wasn't just that and she just ended up, you know what I'm saying, pregnant. I don't think this was that. This was a calculated move. And oh boy, Doug, he is suing and he's getting all his legal just due. Because they gonna side with him. It's a bad look. I'm hearing Chris Webber losing endorsements. Jackie, she definitely losing a whole bunch of credibility. And I think she was building her little self up a little bit. You know, but now that's over with now. She lost a lot of credibility. It's a real bad look for her. And in a perfect world, it would just be on her. But I want to see what females got to say about that. Now, don't get me wrong, some females will tell it like it is, but some they ain't gonna say nothing. Because they probably gonna do the same thing. You understand? So, hey man, cats out there that think females is evil and all that, y'all really gonna be, you see, these scandalous ass bitches, and to a good extent, yeah. There is a lot of scandalous bitches out there, you know. And there is some good women, but it's hard to know the difference. And nevertheless, hell have no fury like a woman scorned, bro. That's really what I take for this, man. It's, you know, mama's baby, papa's maybe. You know what I'm saying? This is just a classic example of that, quite unfortunately, you know. But you got people caught in the crossfire, you know. And from what I'm hearing, she pretty much disowned Mom's and her real pops, Chris Weather, and she kind of siding with Doug, like, yeah, y'all on smother, yeah, fuck y'all. And she has a good point, you know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I know what y'all think, but y'all let me know. And if there's any females come across this video, y'all let me know, man. This Bad News Brown breaking it down real quick for y'all, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe to your boy, man. Drop a comment, talk to me, I'll talk back.